Okay, sorry, today's late. So today we're going to continue with this child reeling section. There's problems. Okay. Alright, so let's start. So today's first character is sa. So sa originally means splash, sprinkle, spill, drop water, scatter water, or scatter other things. 撒种子, that means you spreading seeds. You also use this sa. So, but the original meaning is spreading water, splashing water, sprinkle water. Okay. And then it also means wield. Okay. Also means free and easy, just like sa, because 潇洒, for example, the word 潇洒, that means you have a free spirit, that you're not bothered with what other people would say and that kind of thing. Okay, 潇洒, so 洒. And it also means 挥洒, 洒墨. The literal transmission looks like is you are spreading sprinkle ink, but what it means is you are writing. Okay, because the Chinese writing is using the brush, right, with ink, and then people will say refer to writing as 洒墨, 挥洒, 洒墨, 洒函, okay, this kind of words to actually refer to writing. Okay, and let's take a look at this character. And so the original character is on the side. There's water. And on the right hand side is a character called Chu. Now this one means bird's nest. Okay, bird's nest. So what it means that the water, the bird's nest is actually cannot hold water, right? So if rains, and the rain will go through it and then dripping down. But later on, they used a different character. Okay, and so they similar, but the left side they use the water part, and then on the right hand side they still kept the bird's nest over there. Okay, but then they also, at the time of Qing Dynasty, they also add another one, is this one. Okay, so this one is the traditional character is this. Okay, and so the meaning of it is similar. Okay, so this is basically it's telling you that that's the rain drop down that is dropping over bird's nest or some other things. Okay, other things. That this character actually has a deer in it, and on the top, I think I would guess that's some kind of bird nest or whatever. That's on the top. This means heaven, means rain, and then So basically, the original meaning is somewhat related to rainwater. Okay. And then then that also means that use that to means people. Okay, people spreading things, including water, like raining. Okay, so this is 洒. Next one. 扫. 扫 means sweep, means clear away, means. Now another meaning is exterminate. Okay, 扫. So there's another meaning of total, total, 扫净扫土. This is like when you use that way, 扫净 净 means territory, so 扫净. So basically you kind of sweep through the entire territory, so that means total, okay, complete. Okay, and that's it. So the basic meaning is using a broom to clear, to wipe clean, to clear away things. Okay, and so the traditional character, see, it looks like just like that. See, the very old. See, here's the hand. Here's that that tool. Is basically is this, the broom. Okay, and so now later on, what they add is they add a dirt. Okay, so basically you're using the hand holding the broom, sweep things away from the dirt ground. Okay, so that's the picture right there. Okay, so so later on that also continue to change. So this becomes, here's a hand, here's another hand. Okay, then this is the broom. Okay, and so that's 扫. Next one. 扫. 扫. So 扫 means they refer to the broom. Okay, refer to the broom. 扫帚. So when you say when you use it as a verb, you say 扫地. So it's a, 第三声 扫地. But when you refer to that tool, is you use 扫帚, use 第四声. Okay, 扫帚. Next one. 停. 停 is original. Okay, 停 is original. What 停 is originally means hall. Okay, means hall, means front courtyard. Means front courtyard. Also means the imperial court or the law court. Okay, and it also means the government agency, house. Basically, it's when you say 停, it's pretty much it's a fancy house. Okay, and another meaning is referring to in the Chinese medicine, referring to someone's forehead. Okay, forehead. They call it 天庭. 天庭, when you call 天庭, is actually it's a special term, it's a medical term referring to a person's forehead. Okay, and so when you 出庭, 出庭, that means you are appear in the court, called 出庭. Okay, so this is 庭字. Let's take a look. Now, so every time you see that part, looks like a 广字头. So when you see that 广字头, that means this. It's a house. It's a house. Okay, so that means this thing that's related to house. Okay, and so this 庭 is that part of character, and then adding a 庭字 inside. So 庭字 inside. Now, so the when you say 庭, that pretty much is the largest room in a house. That's called a 庭. Okay, it's called a 庭. And so So you have to remember that this is like a very ancient times, so if they're gonna have a house, have a shelter, usually those shelters are low. Okay, has a low ceiling, very small. Okay, not nowadays. People's houses are pretty big. So if today's house and move to ancient times, then everyone's living standard is like kings. Okay, so now inside the house, the very ancient time, you can see this. It has a mouse over there and has a ear over here. Okay, so there's ear, there's a mouse, and so this is because in ancient times, so if there's a house that is big, high ceilings and big, can hold many people. Usually, this is one of those important house that for people to gather together to discuss important things in a tribe. Okay, so therefore they have mouth and ear inside the house because this is the place for people to come in and discuss things. Okay, now later on this thing gradually changed. Okay, it changed. So therefore, because the conditions are much better, the people's ability to build a much better house is also greater, and then this thing is changed. Okay, changed to become like this. Okay, and so this one, the three little stroke right there, that means the steps. So because those are big houses become bigger, right, and taller, higher, so they have to go, step through the steps in order to enter the great hall. Okay, so this is that, and then also on the side there's a person, right? So this means that the person is stepping up all those ladders, all those steps to enter that great room. Okay, so this is that's this character. So of course later on they kind of they further standardize and stylish, and then gradually become like this. And so this one, I mean, you can still kind of tell. So here's the steps, okay, and here's the person that walking over the steps. Okay, so this is Ting. Next one, Chu. Chu's original meaning is also steps of palace, specifically steps of palace called Chu. Okay, so and then also you call the steps, right, leading to that great house is called Chu. And now this thing is usually means eliminate, 除掉, like 除, get rid of, eliminate. Okay, also means 大扫除, like sweep, clean, exterminate. Okay, 斩除, exterminate. And also it's a math operation. 除 means divide. It's a math operation to divide. Okay, and sometimes also say besides. So besides this, beside that, so then you will say 除了什么什么，除了什么什么。Okay. For example, like 除了他以外我都认识. That means I know everybody except him. Okay. So this is true. Let's take a look at it. 除台阶. Okay, so the original meaning is steps. Okay, then later on they become it got the other meanings. Okay, basically get rid of, besides, that kind of meaning. Okay. Next one. 擦 擦 means wipe, rub, rub. 擦 and also means apply oil, ointment, oil, or grease, or whatever paint over a surface of a thing. Okay. So 擦. And also it means like shredding things into pieces, into smaller pieces. It's also called 擦. Okay. So this one, it's so the purpose of 擦, it could be like try to clean things, to wipe things clean. You can call it 擦, 把桌子擦一下. Okay. But also a lot of times 擦 means to apply a thin layer of finish, like 把那个 paint, okay, 擦上. Okay. Also 把那个叫什么 stain. Okay. When you stain a wood, you definitely gonna use 擦. Okay. Stain a wood piece, right? You're gonna apply oil and paint stain over the wood, called a 擦. So let's take a look at this character. So this one, 茶, okay, on the hand, there's a hands over there, and then the character 茶, okay. Now 茶 is, 茶, the meaning is you look carefully, okay, look carefully. And then, so now this 茶 is because either means clean things, or means apply a stain over things. So therefore, when you do that, you have to observe, watch carefully, right, to make sure you apply it correctly. So this is a, 茶, character of 茶, okay. And also has a meaning of like 接近, like close to. 就是天擦黑, 擦西, 擦黑, 擦西. That means you are 天擦黑 是 refer to like it's the dusk time, and the sun is almost gonna go down. It's right here. So why use 擦? That means the sun is 擦, 擦 the horizon, just touching it, touching the horizon. Okay. So some dialects use that. So let's take a look at another words. More. Okay. More. More means apply, means smear. Okay. Means erase. 抹去 means cross out. Okay. Mean cross out. So the action is very similar to 擦. So you are using hands to wipe things out back and forth. Okay. So action is similar, but the purpose is different. So when you say 擦, usually means that you're gonna apply things on top of the things you are 擦. But 抹 is you are trying to get rid of the things on the surface. That you call 抹. Okay. 抹掉. So 抹 has the meaning of erase. Okay. Erase. 抹油嘴. 你比方说这个 that you are having some dinner, and then your mouth is oily, and then you use a napkin, clean out this grease. You're gonna use 抹. Okay. 抹脸 is more correct, but in everyday use, people are not gonna use the words so carefully. So people also said 擦, 把嘴巴擦一下. And they also do that, it's not that kind of clean. Okay. So this is 抹. Let's take a look at this character. So 抹 has a hands over there, and then the right hand character is 墨. Okay. Now 墨, the meaning of 墨 has a meaning of powder, like a very tiny powder, like flour kind of thing. Okay, so 磨. And so the reason for that is because when you clean away things, usually those things are tiny, like dust or some kind of thing that is very fine and very tiny, and you kind of wipe off. So that's why you use this word 磨 over there. Okay. So this is 磨. Okay. When you say 磨, that's a verb. That means wipe clean. Okay. 磨. Now, this character has 2 more pronunciation. Okay. So next one is 抹. Okay. 抹. When you say 抹, it's wipe, rub something down, slip something off, pull it up. Okay. Push. 抹. Now, 抹桌子. That means you are, wipe clean the table. Okay. 抹桌子. And then 抹布. 抹布. That means it's it's a piece of cloth that is a rug that you use to 擦桌子. Okay. To wipe tables. Okay. It's called 抹布. All right. So next pronunciation is 磨. So 磨. Now 磨. When you say 磨墙. Okay. When you say 磨墙, is the what is the meaning of this action? It's like when you apply a layer of what do you call it in English? So when you do a house construction, you're gonna apply a layer of stucco, for example, the wet stucco over the wall, right? And then you're gonna try to make it even. Okay, make it even. So that kind of movement, that kind of thing called 磨. Okay, 磨. 把它磨平了啊，那你不能说麻啊。The reason is when you say 麻，我说麻 that means you are gonna get rid of the things, but you're not. You're applying it, right? So when you do that, you say 磨啊，把那个 stucco 磨平了 okay? So this is 磨 and it's also a type of playing technique. For example, playing the pipa, okay? And it's a playing technique called 默旋, okay? I'm not good at music, so I'm not exactly sure what that 默旋 sounds like. But later on we can find out and put it over there. Okay, so this is 默. 还有一个there's one more meaning, means that bypass or go around, and basically you are going around a corner. Okay, that is basically you walk bypass the corner, but you are walking along the wall, close to the wall. So that kind of act you call it 抹. 抹角啊，抹角，抹门儿啊，抹弯儿啊，就是 you are kind of go around the corner, like close to the wall, go around the corner. Okay, so this is called that kind of act called 抹. So why use that way? It's obvious, right? Because it feels like you are 抹那个墙，抹那个角，是吧？码那个角啊。Okay, so this is 抹. Now the character itself, hands over here, and then there's words called 抹. Okay, and 抹. This character will already look at it. Okay, anyway, so next one. 桌子 very easy. So this just means table. Okay, means table, and it's also a measuring words for like a banquet, and then how many tables to entertain and feed people. 一个说 酒席，这样一桌酒席，一桌酒席，3桌客人。Okay, you're gonna counting your people that way. 桌。Okay, so let's take a look at this 桌. Now, the 桌 has in the ancient days, it looks like 桌子 in old days, ancient times, the 桌子 must be they're made out of wood, made out of trees, and so that's why they has a piece of wood down below, right? And then on the top is the character called 桌啊，这个桌有桌 the meaning of 桌 means tall and straight. And so when you're building a table, then you have to build it tall and straight, right? And so they use that 桌啊，表示这个桌子 ，okay, 表示 table. So that's 桌. Let's take a look at the next one. 椅 Okay, 椅 means chair. So chair is a piece of tool to sit on without the backs with the back support. Okay, that kind of seating tool is called 椅子. Okay, 椅子. Now, this character is originally referring to a type of tree. Okay, so in that context, it does not pronounce as 椅, it pronounced as 一. Okay, 就一那个树叫一啊。Now, so of course, on the left-hand side is a tree. That means this kind of thing usually is made out of wood. Okay. Okay, and then 椅这个旗字呢 has a meaning of like lean on, right? Lean on, and so there's another word called 椅. That means that has a person on the side, okay? And so that means you are leaning against something. So this 旗 has a meaning of that. And so now this is a tool, so it has a wooden piece on the left. So that means that this is some place that you can sit and lean on your back on, okay? So 椅 铺 铺 is spreading. 铺 is spreading. So basically, like spreading something like a sheet, like 铺一张桌布 so basically means that you're gonna lay down a tablecloth over the tabletop. That's called 铺桌子 and it also means basically apply a layer of things. You can also 铺 like 铺路 that means you are applying phosphate. Kind of construct a phosphate road, right? And then what you call it? You call it 铺路 and railways, like you put down those steel guiding rails, and so you call it 铺铁轨 This is all called 铺. Okay, and so basically you are laying down stuff over a surface. Okay, it's called a 铺. Now, the next pronunciation is called 铺. When you say 铺, that means shop, okay, a shop, or plank bed, shop post called 鋪. Basically, any kind of small like stand, okay, food stands, those small stores called 铺 饭铺 杂货铺 当铺 like that 铁匠铺 So it says usually when you say 铺, those are usually like a small stores operating by a person or by a family, that kind of thing. You call it 铺, okay? More formal, fancy ones is you call it 店, right? Okay. And then 床铺, okay, that refers to bed. Okay, so 床铺双人铺, that means bunker bed. So you can sleep two people, okay? One on the top, one on the bottom. It's called a 铺. Now, next one, 盖. Hey, hold on. We didn't see that character. Okay, 铺. Now this one has a character called 金字旁, right? So this is something related to metal. And so this original meaning is means that the metal piece on the door. Okay. And so what is the metal piece? The 铺 is referring to, the ancient traditional, doorway has a kind of square or rounded base that's made out of metal, and then they will put a ring, right? Put a ring over. Okay, so it serves a few purposes. One is knocking for knocking the door. The other purpose is holding it to pull the closed door to open the door, right? So it has that thing. Now it's the base, the metal base is called a 铺. Okay, and so that's why it's referred to that. That's why it got the metal part. Okay, the left hand side metal part. And now it's extended meaning to mean like set it up, meaning arrange. Okay, and so later on then extend to mean like apply things, 铺路铺什么铺东西. Okay, it's like that. Okay, so next one, 盖. 盖, the original meaning is the head. Okay, the head covering, the head, usually made out of straw in ancient times. So basically, this means cover, means umbrella. Okay, means awning, that kind of covering. Okay, it's not a permanent, complete like permanent structure like a roof. Rather, it's a more temporary kind of cover. Called a 盖, okay, and then of course that you use it to refer to anything that's providing that kind of temporary cover. So 茶盖, okay, 茶盖, 杯盖, 瓶盖, that means the cap of bottles, cap of the cup, cap of a cup, that kind of thing. Okay, it's called a 盖. Now, because of that, it also means surpassing, or dominating, or that kind of meaning. Okay, because you are applying over on the top. So when you 盖上, you become the top, right? The things that you put on become the top. So it extends to mean surpassing, to mean overwhelming, to mean dominant, that kind of meaning. Okay, and it also has a meaning of 盖章, like that's you are applying a seal. Okay, so why you want 盖? So because when you 盖 that, you have to apply the seal on top of the paper, right? On top, so it's 盖. Okay, and it also has a meaning of construction, like 盖房子. Okay, 盖房子. So it's also, you can make sense out of it, because when you 盖房子, you are over the site, over the land, right? You are on top, like put your house on. So of course it's a 盖, like you are putting a cap on the site, right? So it's called a 盖. So let's take a look at this character itself. And so this one, you can see that on the bottom is a vessel to contain things, okay, to contain things, right? And say here, right there, that's the cup, that's the cap right there, okay. And so and then why on the top has the plant over there, and this is because that cover in ancient times, they often made out of straw, okay, made out of some grass material. They weave them together to make this temporary cover, okay, and that's why it got this plant things on top. So of course later on they further simplified, become like this, okay. And but still you can kind of tell that the bottom is a container for holding stuff, and then you kind of put a fancy cap on top, okay. Next one, 盆. Let's take a look at it. Okay. So 盆 originally means cover. Now this cover is different. It's cover referring to covers for cars and boats. Okay, for cars and boats is called 盆. That's the original meaning. Okay, and so usually those 盆s in ancient times, they usually made out of what? Made out of bamboos, made out of some plant, leaves, or some fibers. Use that to as the covering, okay, covering at the top and the side, and as a temporary dwelling kind of thing, okay. These things called a 盆. 盆. Now, of course, nowadays it's used as not as strict, okay. They use it for any kind of structure, like that, okay, not necessarily on a boat or on a car, okay, on a carriage. It could be just sitting on the ground, okay, also called a 盆, okay. Then another meaning is referring to the sail, the sailboat, the sail of a sailboat. They call it a 盆, okay. 盆. Let's take a look at it. And then, of course, on the top there's 竹字头. That means this 盆 is also often made out of bamboo material. And then has the foot and the road, and that means this thing is related to things on the road. So that's why it originally means covering on the car, on a carriage, or on a boat. Okay, and then this whole character, the bottom character put together, is a character called a 粉, and 粉 means meat, means meat, and so now why use this? Because these coverings are usually made out of weaving material together. So either with bamboos or other grasses, or things like that. And so that's when you weave things together, that's meeting things together, right, in a structural way. And so that's why they use that to referring to that kind of structure. Okay. 盆. 定. 定 means appraise through discussion. Okay, appraise through discussion. What that means? That means you are evaluating things by gathering people together, discuss about it. Okay, this is called 定. And also, so naturally it has a meaning of correcting things, right? So you evaluate, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, and then making some changes accordingly. Okay, so this is called 定. So there's a meaning of correction right there, and also has a meaning of concluding, ordering. 比如说订盒饭, right? You place an order to buy something, Okay, so this is called a 定. 订婚, that means you engage. Basically 订婚 is like order, like making an order, establish a contract, things like that. Okay, binding contract. So that's why it has the meaning of binding, and also has meaning of the literal binding, like binding a book. It's called a 订书, 装订, so binding the physical book. Let's also use that. 订, okay. Now let's take a look at this character. Now on the side, this talking head again. Why? Is because naturally this is a discuss to evaluate, so people have to talk, right? And then on the right hand side is the word 定. Of course, this is providing the sound, and so now why use a nail, a 钉 on the right, not only providing the sound, meaning wise, is that so when you try to nail down a nail, the nail has to place straight. Okay, then you can nail it down. If it's slanted or whatever, then it won't do it, right? So that way you have to place things upright, appropriately, right in place. Okay, so that kind of imply the meaning of this 定. So that means you have to evaluate the situation, make a correction to make it straight. Okay, and so that's this 定. That's the basic meaning of this 定. Okay. Let's see. Next one. 脆. 脆 is pure rice. Pure rice means 脆. So that means that the rice are washed clean, and any impure stuff, things has been carefully get rid of. So what you got is pure rice. Okay, and that thing is called 脆. And then of course later on that people use that to refer to essence of things, the best part, the pure things, okay, the fine things. So this one become like that. So nowadays it does not refer to pure rice anymore, okay, because it's not a big deal anymore. But use these words as to mean that essence of things, the pure things, very fine things, right? And also means like you or somebody is proficient in something, in some areas. Okay. Okay. And so this is let's take a look at this character. So on the left hand side there's a 米, that's rice. It's obvious, that's referring to rice, right? And on the side is 族, 族, and 族 means that it originally means like criminals, okay? Means criminals, and they not only criminal, but they force them to labor. So it's criminal labor. That's what this 族 means. 族 means. Now, these people, why this thing use this to mean like carefully selected fine rice? This is because these criminal laborers, they have to wear exact same uniform. Okay, exact same uniform, and they were ordered to do exact the same thing. Okay, and so over here it means they carry over that uniformity. Okay, exactness over to here to mean like, oh, it's rice, but it's pure rice, nothing else but rice. Okay, that kind of meaning. Okay, so kind of 脆. Poor. Poor means poor is it's leftover stuff when after you making a wine. Okay, so in Chinese, wine is made out of crops. Usually they are not made out of fruits. Okay, so the European tradition is making wine out of the fruit, right? Like grapes, things like that. But in China, the wines are usually made out of wheat, rice, millet, that kind of thing. Okay, so made out of crops, and so when you make out crops, finally you distill it and you get the wine, but then there's things, leftover things. Okay, so those things are called a po. Okay, called a po. And then, of course, there's a mi over there because there's our rice. And then on the right-hand side is a bai, of course, used to represent, because there's a rice leftovers, the color of it still is white, right? It still is white. And so that's why I use this bai, okay? This bai, like, means this distillers grains. Okay, next one. Diu. Diu means loss. Loss means mislay, or throw away, or wink, or lay aside. Okay, so basically you lost something. Okay, you lost something. Means intentionally getting rid of. It's also called diu. Okay, so it's so just remember that you are diu means that you lost the relationship between you and the thing that you are diu. Okay, so that's the basic meaning. So it could be intentional or could be unintentional. Okay, it's called diu. And so 丢失 that means unintentionally you lost something. Okay, you saw something. And for example, like you 丢下扫把 丢下扫把就走了 then this is not like you lost the bloom. No, it's not lost them. You intentionally drop the bloom and you go. Okay, so this is 丢. Next one. 弃. Okay, 弃 means throw away, discard, abandon. Okay, abandon, abolish, forget. Okay, and also 契约, like you abandon, not violating or betrayal, right? Like for example, you have a contract, and then you're not gonna fulfill the contract. Okay, so you're breaking the agreement, and then you can call it 契约 so you'll give up. You're not gonna complete the duty that the contract laid out. Okay, so this is called a 契. Basically, you get rid of. You don't want to go through anymore. Okay, and throw away. So discard, abandon. So this kind of meaning. Okay. Now, when you look at this character itself, you can see this one is okay. That's interesting. So this is what this means. This means that throw away dead infants. Okay, so this is, remember that in very ancient times, medical conditions are pretty poor. So, death borns is quite often. So, a child is born, but the child born dead. So that kind of happens quite often, and so that people have to throw away, right, the dead infant. So the picture of this words is literally, see, it's two hands, right? Two hands, and then here's the container holding the baby. So here's the baby, and they basically 2 hands holding the baby, get rid of it, throw away. Okay, so literally it's that picture, because they put some little dots over there to mean like also has lots of other things like bloody stuff, blooded, the umbilical cord, the placenta, right? So that kind of thing. So that's the picture right there. Okay. And then of course later on they standardized the character, but this one still like that. The 2 hands, right? Here's the baby. You see the baby here? This baby, it's upside down, right? So remember, this is baby, the upside down, like the head is over there, this legs over there. So the normal condition, the baby, the head should come out first. Okay, so if the baby's legs come out first, that's bad. Usually the baby come out dead. Okay, and so that's why the picture like this to mean that the baby come out the opposite way. And all right, and so this one, you see, look, it's all baby like it, and same thing, you see. Okay, this you can take same story right there. Now of course later on they further standardized. You cannot tell hands that contain the baby anymore. Kind of vaguely has it. Okay, so this is the traditional way of writing this character. Now of course now they further simplifies it, right? The way this simplified way is a writing style of Chinese character called 草书. So basically you are writing things very fast, and they end up like sort of like this. Okay, and so they to simplify this character. All right, this 气. Next one, 倒. 倒 means tread, means stamp, means stomp one's feet. Okay, this is called 倒. 倒. Then of course that also means like following, carry out things, go and use. So this 倒 means usually means that the act of dancing, in a ceremony or celebration. Dancing. So in those kind of dancing, oftentimes you're stomping your feet, and people following each other. Okay, following each other, and do the same movement, right? And so because of that, so this character also has a meaning of following. Okay, following something. Let's take a look at it. So of course, because they're stomping foot, so they put a foot right there. And then use the words called 咬. Okay, 咬. And 咬 is 咬 means what? 咬 means getting. 咬 means you are. Yao means 春米. So miao means that in ancient times, when you get the crops, it has the outer shell, and to eat it nicely, you have to get rid of the shell, right? So the way to get rid of the shell, they put this rice in a like kind of bowl kind of thing, and then they has a tool, and then they basically kind of repeatedly stomp it to break the shell, right? To break the shell off, and then they wash it afterwards to get rid of the broken shell pieces, and then the pure rice gonna collect the pure rice. So that kind of often called a yao. So you can see that the movement is the same thing. That repeatedly, stamping and so this is saying like you are using the foot to stamping the ground like that. So this is called a dao. Nowadays they usually use these words for dancing, 舞蹈, okay, dancing. Next one. 举 means carpenter's square. Okay, carpenter's square. So carpenter has a ruler, has a square. So right. So carpenter oftentimes you have to make things square, perfectly perpendicular, that type of thing. So that's their tool. Okay. So now because that it also means rule. Okay. Means rule, and also means what? Means in physics, it means the moment. Means moment. Okay, moment is force times distance, right? Force times distance, you got the moment, right? And so, 距, they use this 距 refer to that. And then the next pronunciation is 句. It's very like light sounded 句. When you say 句, usually go with the another character called 规矩. 规矩. You 不说规矩, 说规矩. Okay. Now 规矩 means two meanings. First means rule or established practice. That's the first meaning. Okay. And it basically means rules. Okay, it means rules, means laws, means established practice. Second meaning is referring to someone's behavior. Is well behaved, well disciplined. Okay, and can remain orderly, hold principle. Okay, so that called 规矩，守规矩。这个人真守规矩啊，好规矩的一个好孩子啊。这 you say that. So say that. Okay, and then let's take a look at that character. And so this one, it looks like it literally has a person holding that tool for carpenters. Okay, and so the original character of this thing is just like that, holding the character. So now later they change a little bit, but still you can see like the person holding that tool. Okay. And next one. 蹲 means mount. Means a pier, a mount. So basically, it's a base. It's a foundation. Okay, they use in ancient days. They basically they pile the dirt up, and then they kind of hammer it to make it solid. Sometimes they actually adding things into the dirt, for the dirt to kind of form later on form a solid thing. Okay, usually to help to hold a structure on top, like a bridge, a house. Okay, so when you say a bridge, it's called 桥墩. Okay, so you're building that kind of foundation underneath, and then you put a pillar on top, and then you build a bridge, and that's called 桥墩. Okay, right, so this is 墩. Take a look at it. So this is here, of course, it has a dirt on the side, right? And then on the right hand side is the word 墩. The 墩. So this 墩 has a meaning of what? Means it has thick, right? Thick, heavy, that kind of meaning. So then, of course, that means that's very appropriate. Like, so it's a pile of dirt, but they are thick and heavy. Okay, called 墩. So next one. 凳. Let's okay. Hold on. I'm talking too much today, so I'm gonna stop. So I was planning to stop at the chi. Okay. Anyway, so 洒 gonna go through that sentence. Okay, 洒扫庭除. So that means you are doing household work. Okay, 洒扫庭除, that means you are watering what? Watering the 庭. Okay, 庭 means one of the meaning is it means the fancy big house. It also means so over here it's basically means this using the 庭 to refer to house that you are living. Okay, 洒扫庭除, that means you're working around the house, right? Watering your plants, and then you are sweeping the house clean and get rid of the things you don't want, and 擦抹桌椅, so you are dusting everywhere, right? You're dusting everything. Wipe the table clean. You dust everything, make them clean. Okay, especially the tables and the chairs, right? Now 铺盖棚定, 淬破丢弃, so means 铺盖棚定, that means 铺means means like the mattresses or things that you're gonna sit, you're gonna lay down. 盖 means what? Means the covering of your house. The 棚 means the shelter, right? So when you refer to 棚, that usually means not only the top but also the side. And 定 means you arrange and you put them together. You correct things if there's anything wrong. So 铺盖棚定 that basically means that you're gonna take care of the house structure. Okay, so make them sound. And 淬破丢弃, 淬破丢弃, so that means you are distinguish between what is pure, what is good, what is fine, and find out what is leftovers, what is worn out, what is bad, what is not good. And then 丢弃, that means you get rid of those unwanted waste or garbage. Okay, so here these two sentences is basically you're referring to working around the house to make the house clean and well maintain the house. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you.